Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some more. Clap your hands. Some more. Just give some more.
Oh, hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of My Whiskey Den. And guess what we're doing tonight? We're just drinking. We're not doing anything fancy, but we're going to give away some whiskey. And we're inviting people on the show. And guess who we have to start off with? An Australian. Someone from all the way across the globe. It's Sims from Cast Strength. It's good to have you on, buddy. And Mike and Ben are here as always. I didn't see you.
Mike, and Pat.
Yeah. So we were having a little issues with names before we got on. It might deteriorate quickly.
Yeah, it's been fine so far. So.
And I didn't notice Ben's little Cinderella story, Eves. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
You're
free on that one,
aren't you, there, Patrick?
But yeah, tonight we are finally celebrating. Back in February, we broke 100 subscribers, so we're having some people on just to have a good time, talk about just whiskey in general, and have a few drinks. And I am starting out with a Glenmorangie that is finished in a Madeira cask. So I'm excited. I'm going to see how this one is. What is everyone out there drinking, and what are you guys drinking here too? Oof.
I got a single barrel Wilderness Trail bourbon.
Really?
Yes.
Are you even drinking right now, Sims, or you before you go to work and you're here?
Yeah, I've just finished my coffee. That counts, right?
It works for me.
Yeah,
Ben, Ben, what are you sipping on tonight?
Yeah, I'm having a really, something real high tech, just a good old fashioned. Because my allergies right now, I can't smell a thing. So I'm like, why am I going to waste my time on a nice whiskey that I can't really taste or smell? So I did have a Heaven Hill bottled and bond, 100 proof to celebrate the 100 subs. But that's what's in the old fashioned.
Oh well, that's not too bad. I was gonna say at least you snuck that in there. And we just had someone else sneak in here. Oh,
it's Vito.
It is Vito. Hi. Good to see you.
It's Ed from My Whiskey Den, or if he's on Cast Strength, the new Vito.
I like how I'm now associated with two channels that I have no hand in. It's a good time.
That's not true, Vito. You did do one of the highest ranking Cask Strength videos towards the end of the year.
There we go. All right. That's how you do it.
With every appearance, you just continue to usurp his power.
I really do.
His identity.
I really do.
Like I said, I'm waiting for the episode where it's Vito versus Vito, like a yin yang battle.
Yeah, I am too. Because I'm going to kick his ass.
It was so a little bit of background in the actual Cask Strength chat. His name is now name pending, and he claimed that he was more Vito than Ed, and I said yes. You are 100% Vito, and Ed is only 50% Vito. The problem is there's 3 times as much of him, so he's 125%.
All right.
He's only got a little Vito.
Yeah.
Just a little. Baby Vito.
And people in the chat, just say shout out to everyone there. Nathan Clark, Oscar Madison. We've got Wheels, Jeffrey Patron, Icehouse, Patrick Fulmer, Eli Cook, and Arthur. Arthur's out there as well too. So
Patron's got cornography, which I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced as opposed to cornography.
I don't even know what that is. We're gonna have to ask him what that is when he gets on at 8:30.
That's a single malt whiskey society thing for one.
Oh, yeah, the blue cornography.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You guys just sound like you're saying pornography.
It does. It really does.
It sounds like you were going.
It's their heavy accents.
I just-
look at pornography here. Don't mind me.
I only watch blue pornography.
Yeah.
So
Those what do you call them? What do you call those things from Avatar? That's what I'm into. Big cat people.
9-foot cat people.
Yeah.
Eiffel 65 was just
So what is
anyway,
it?
I should congratulate you on 100 subscribers. That's why we're here. Hey.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So.
And then this time next year it'll be 1,000 subscribers.
We'll take free money at that point.
Sure.
That's cool.
10,000.
10,000 would be a heck of a lot. Oh, you're drinking some Garrison Brothers, Nathan. That's interesting.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. It is Texas Independence Day. That would make sense for everyone down in Texas to be having something from there.
Yeah, yesterday was indeed Texas Independence Day.
Isn't every day Texas Independence Day, though?
That's a good point. At least
Could be. It could be. They're revolting against someone every.
Oh, there you go. The Navi. They called the Navi.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that, but then I was thinking of the thing from Zelda, and I thought I was mixing them up.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, Texans are revolting. So
You just have to pick a reason as to what they're doing it over. The Glenn Morangi finished in Madeira class cask is actually very interesting. I'm kind of digging this quite a bit. I'm going to be trying some different things that I haven't touched in a while that we should do a review of, but I'm going to drink them anyways.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's what. Okay, so in all seriousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly what we should do on April Fools is just do a literal potluck whiskey drinking thing. Just get someone to pour 4 whiskeys from relevant collections, blind, or do an exchange. So Ed can send out some window cleaner and cool it.
Yeah.
It's pine sol and vodka mixed together. That would be interesting. I'd be up for something like that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It's not too bad. Let's see here. We're a couple minutes into the show. Should we see should we spin the wheel? One of the 3 times tonight?
Yeah.
I think we can do that. If you don't know, got the little app where we can spin through the random. I kind of put together the people who are on the YouTube channel subscribers and the Facebook subscribers, condense them into one. So some of you didn't get your names in there twice. Sims lobbied for his twice though, so if someone wins, it's not sending it to him is not going to be me. But but that is something we're going to look at here. Give me a second, and yeah, oops, that's the wrong one here. But yeah, we should definitely spin the wheel.
So here's
Give me
the
a-
question, though. What is the first spin going to give as a gift?
We'll do me. We'll see whoever I get the first time, and we'll see who that is. And I'll go through them. We're going to do a limousine rye, a regatta rye, a stonebreaker. Oops, sorry about that noise. Let's see here. What's the other one? An Old Fitzgerald 13, bottled in bond, and let's see. I got too many different ones here. A French Lick bourbon, their bourbon one, or spirits of French Lick, the bourbon, and a Baum Brothers rye.
I haven't heard of Stonebreakers before. Is that
So, what?
the Stonebreaker? I haven't heard of that before. Is that?
It's from down by Mike. It's from down in
okay.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Is where it is. It's I think
Does it
that's
have a little like metal plate on the front? Is that the one I'm thinking of? I'm
Hold
trying to
on,
remember.
I got too many whiskeys all over the damn room.
I don't think so.
I'll
No.
look this up. No.
It's not the one that has that on it. I think they use that's the one where they blend it with their 4-year-old finished Irish / it's really tealing. With I believe it's their I think it's just their standard whiskey.
Yeah.
No, it's their malt. I think it's their malt, and they blend it with tealing. And I was pretty surprised when I had that one. I'm glad I got Mike brought me the bottle, because when I had it at Distill America, it was like 10 minutes before it closed, so I was not as impressed at that moment. But it's a little lighter. But after you have like 25, 40 whiskeys, it gets, things, your palate starts to dull off and not be quite as good. So I was actually happy to have this afterwards. So I was pretty happy with that one. So give me a second here. $86.
What you sipping on, Ed?
Actually, Erica and I were just shooting a video. So I didn't have time to get my nice setup going. So you just get blank wall right now. But we were shooting a video. So I'm on Bastille blended whiskey from France.
Ooh, oh, fancy.
Erica hates it. I don't think it's that bad. Erica despises this. Because it's got kind of like a nose that smells like Bengay and pineapple, which I don't hate, but I don't know.
that Bengay and pineapple does sound not very exciting.
Yeah, she didn't care for it. I don't know why.
It sounds like Florida right there. Pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just all right.
Icy hot and fruit.
The first winner is actually a different YouTuber. It's DJ11.
Nice.
No, he's not in here now. And sorry to everyone in the chat.
If he's not in here, it just goes to Ed, because Ed loves DJ11.
Yeah, I do love DJ11's name. I don't know why. It's a fun name. What? I don't know why, but it's like, and it's spelled W-U-N. I love that. I don't know why, but that's just one of my favorite YouTube handles.
I think
I did get
the whiskey rookie. I was gonna say the whiskey rookie, even though I read it as the whiskey Wookie.
The whiskey Wookie does sound a little more intriguing to me.
Yeah, for sure.
But I am a Star Wars fan, so it just kind of.
It'd be funny if they did that and the whole time just talk like Chewbacca for the whole entire review. I would watch that.
It's the tasting method, just breathing it in with that little bit of a vibration.
But yeah, if you don't know who DJ11 is, go check out his channel. He does some reviews of whiskeys and more so of rum. I'd say he's more of a little bit of a rum expert, and he's got me to stand in the aisle and kind of ponder whether I should get whiskey or rum. So that's pretty good if you can get me to stop and be like, which one should I get? Because typically I was going the other way. And plus I love the animations and cuts he has of movies or shows and stuff that he throws in there. Makes it a little fun on that one. But so no, DJ11 is the first winner. We'll mark that down. I'll have to get a hold of him on that. So halfway through the show, we'll do some other stuff, and we'll bring it up again. Give me a second here. I was also going to put up, as I said, if anyone out in the chat wants to hop on for a minute, please feel free to hop on. We'll bring you on for a couple minutes. Around 8:30, I think we're going to have Chad Pasha come on for a little bit, and Jeffrey Patron's going to come on for a little bit about that same time frame. Because
you're an hour ahead of Brad. I keep forgetting this.
No, Brad and I think
we're behind.
We're an hour behind Brad.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because I have the Brad clock. So I was like an hour early, thinking, "Oh, geez, they're going to start soon." Like, Brad time is faster apparently.
That is, and I think Hayes might try to stop in for another minute or two at some point, but he sounded busy as heck, and Brad's dealing with a sick goblin, so that's just that's not fun. I don't want to. That's just not fun at all, because mine was sick before, and that's it eats up the whole night, even if you don't do anything.
Yeah, they're little germ factories.
That is true.
You said germ, right? Like just germ.
Yeah, germ
factories. Yeah.
Germ factories.
Germ factories. Yeah, and just remember, one day, Ed, you may have a little germ factory.
I know. I know.
Scabies.
Other than the scabies, yeah. Speaking of which, he hasn't made an appearance on any streams lately. So.
Oh, Mr. Scabies.
Mr. Scabies. Hello. So.
He's the one keeping him from children. Is that what we're supposed to infer?
Well, I think there's many things keeping Ed from children.
Yeah. Like the state government, you know.
Yeah. Restraining orders. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, this is actually really nice. I don't remember who sent this to me, but thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll just go.
That the Glenfiddich Madeira cask?
Yeah.
No, this is a Glenmorangie Madeira finish. And I have the Glenfiddich one to the Age of Discovery. That's sitting over here too.
Okay. They're both should be both for me.
Oh, see, look at that.
If you like that Glenmorangie, wait till you get into that Glenfiddich. It's like heads and shoulders better because it's a 19-year-old. So just what it picks up from the barrel and everything, it's amazing.
It's of legal age.
Yeah,
it's good.
That one's on the way to you as well, Ed. So.
Oh, okay, nice. I'm excited.
Yeah, Glenn.
Oh, hey, also, can I ask you guys something? Did one of you guys leave this at Distill America?
I did.
Oh, because it ended up in my box.
Oh.
I don't know if you. I'll send this. I can send this.
No,
back.
I told Steve he could have it.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to try that. I go, then you can have what's left.
Okay.
It looks like there's half a bottle left.
There's a good amount. There's a healthy
amount.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So
Steve was more than generous. That evening, it was kind of ridiculous. Not that everyone else didn't bring a few bottles, but it was. He had all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, he had a display.
Yeah, he did.
A beautiful, beautiful display.
Wow.
Of 22, 18, 29 years. He had all sorts of brackets and 20. Yeah. I think I tried the 25-year-old Longmorn. I think was the one I tried the biggest.
Was good.
That
was
and
there was a 29-year-old grain whiskey. That was really good.
Yeah, so I didn't feel bad leaving anything behind with him. Give me 1 second.
I have to pop out of the stream for a second. I will return.
Okay, that's cool. Ed's going to go out for a second. I'm going to bring Arthur Lopez in. He was on standby. So we're going to bring him on the stream. How's Arthur doing tonight?
All right.
Hey, Arthur. Good.
How are you, Arthur?
And you're sipping on...
Ed, you may not know this, but if you copy and paste the StreamYard link into the live comments part of StreamYard, it'll actually post the link to YouTube. So if people want to come in, they can just click on that.
Shenanigans. Once again, you're making me do work, Sims.
Oh, no, I'm making it easier for you.
I know. So first you make me load this. and now you're making me do more work. I'll do it here in a second. I'll do that.
Learning it's in the process.
But Arthur, you're drinking some Balcones down there in Texas?
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and show it off real quick. I'm gonna flip the camera real quick.
Whoop. Oh,
it's a special bottling.
Oh yeah,
Texas Whiskey Club Summit. So this was barrel number 1. Get the information up there right now. See if it focuses. It's a blue corn whiskey aged for 57 months, so almost 5 years. That's one of the oldest Balcones I've ever had. And it was married into an Four Roses bourbon barrel at 68.4% alcohol by volume. So this is some pretty high proof stuff right here.
I was going to say, it didn't look like you got too much in past the neck bore, but I guess I understand why when it's hitting you like Tyson hits you. That's fair.
And then later on in the evening, I'm going to go for the Ex Oloroso single malt. This one comes in at 63.9%. It was aged for 44 months. I don't know what Oloroso sherry it was. They didn't say, but I mean, you can tell by that color, it's pretty dark for a single malt.
Yeah, she's
looking Texas heat for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're all jealous of that now. Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah.
You do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put the rest of my bottles away now.
And you got to have Balcones beer this weekend too?
Yeah, that Balcones beer I tried was the English Promise. It's like a English style bitter beer, so it's not super hopped up. They had one called the Hazy IPA. I stay away from IPAs because I don't do hardcore hot beers, but the English bitter was delicious. It was like a almost like a shandy style beer. Nice little crisp, refreshing taste to it.
Really?
Oh yeah, great. I'm not a beer guy, but that stuff was good.
Are they going to distill any of that?
The beer, no, because that first one, the English Promise, does use Golden Promise malt barley as its base, but going forward, they're going to try different grains to mix it up and see what they can do. And it's going to be distillery only, as far as I know.
Okay.
That's you guys' problem with everything in Texas. You're like Canada. It's all the good stuff is distillery. I mean, not the only good stuff, but it's like everything else is a
Most of
damn
good
teaser.
stuff.
And then there's like this hidden stuff. When we were at Distill America, we met Alex from Balcones, and he was surprised by how many people were like, "So did you bring Froke? Where's the Froke? Come on!" We got too many. He's like, "How the fuck does everyone up here know about this goddamn shit?" I'm like, "Well, you Texans like, spread the gospel about it, and we're all itching to get it." And he's like, "No, we're out, and not till the next release." I'm like, "Well, feel free to send some samples up here for a review."
It's one of those happy places to be in as a distillery, isn't it? Like there's demand that far outweighs your ability to supply and your supply chain, which means that if you put a product to market, at least it's a very low risk for those taking it on because they know they can shift it. So
yeah. And if it wasn't even selling in Texas, like you're saying, it could magically show up in some other states and it would disappear.
Well, so Patrick, for my birthday, the beautiful Brad did a little bit of this stuff because I can get Master of Malt here. So that's Brimstone. He sent over a whole couple of packets of sample stuff.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh man, and you know what? A 30 ml sample is actually a pretty damn sized dram.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, and I was looking at it. I'm like, is it just like a shot, technically about an ounce? Because I know like 60 milliliter bottles are like 2 ounces. Am I right? Or it's damn close.
I think so.
It's nice.
Like 30 mils.
Just Google this
a shot.
Yeah. And Nathan Clark, you better watch out. We might take you up on that. We're discussing maybe a Texas trip at some point. So
I was gonna say, if y'all can, try to make it during spring, because little secret here. Ben, you've had the peated, you love it. There's gonna be a peated finished in Sauternes casks, and that's gonna be a spring release.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Okay.
And y'all torture me with all these great Texas whiskeys. Golly, look at my total line today, and from Balcones we have the single malt, which is great, Brimstone, Baby Blue, and Rumble, and that's it. And it's like enjoying all these wonderful samples you send, and some of the other stuff that I've got to try from other people, and it's just like, man, we need more of that out here.
Yeah. Well, don't feel bad because
production.
I get none.
If it helps, Mike, like a whole packet of those samplers is cheaper than the shipping for those samplers.
I bet,
and not by a little bit either. It's
I wish we could still get Master of Malt. That was pretty good when we used to be able to get it.
Yeah. Oh well. Hopefully for many of the states there, obviously with Texas changing some of the laws regarding beer and wine and stuff, that they're going to start changing some of the laws regarding the shipping of liquor. Especially in like an Amazon world where everything now is getting shipped. You've got to imagine that they're putting some pressure on some of the very archaic laws in comparison to the rest of the world, at least.
Yeah. There's some other states that are looking to, I know Minnesota is looking to do that because in theirs, like their distilleries, they can't even sell full-size bottles. They're like 375s at the distillery, and you can only get one. And I was like, well, just in my mind, that's like crushing some of your tourism, like for what it is.
Yeah.
Isn't it still in some
Texas, we get to
states?
buy a piece of
Although,
Ricky's.
oh, sorry, Arthur, you go, man.
I finished. You're good.
All right. I was gonna say, isn't it in some states where they can't even pour liquor in front of you? They've got to like go behind a curtain, you know, lest the alcohol bottle pouring into a glass, you know, gives you Satan or some crap.
Yep, there are some places like that. I know that I think my dad, I forget what state my dad was in, but he went to leave the bar to walk over to a table to sit down, and they like had to stop him. They're like, "Oh, you can't carry that. The waitress has to bring that over." And I was like, he's like, "What? From here to here?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we can't trust you to do it from here." And I'm like, "Well, then I don't think you can trust someone to drink."
Yeah.
You can't turn to the left and go, go sit down at a table. But yeah, there are some places that have some pretty even more archaic laws, and like those are such weird loopholes. You'd think it would be like it's time to get rid of all of it. Like that's even works with beer, because there's Surly Brewery, and they wanted to have a festival, and every year they've had to have their festival over in Somerset, Wisconsin, across the border, because they could have all their beer there and whatever they wanted to do, but they couldn't do it in Minnesota.
Here in South Carolina, it's just the last couple of years that the distilleries are able to provide samples. Just until a couple of years ago, they couldn't even give you samples or anything at the distillery.
That was an issue we had with our craft distilling when Great Lakes got started, was that you couldn't sell anything you made within the store confines. And that was, luckily they started, well, what was that? They went legal 2010. So they kind of took the brunt of it for everybody else and pushed a bunch of stuff through the legislature. So now all the distilleries that started after that can do whatever the hell they want.
Isn't Jack Daniels kind of caught up in the same thing? Like they can't actually sell in the where they are. It's like,
it's a dry county.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get done and you gotta drive a little ways away to actually taste everything and buy it, which is total shenanigans. I'm sorry. There's just no way that should work out that way. So I don't know. I was just happy when I went to
up and we've never recovered.
I'm surprised that, I don't know, I'll be honest, I'm surprised they are doing as well as they are for what it is. I know you got national stuff, but there had to be a point where I was like, I can't deal with that. That would just be so irritating. Like, here, go drive down 20 miles to this other place and you can taste everything and you can get a drink of it.
Yeah.
It just sounds so shady as into who wanted it and how it went through. I know there's blue laws and other stuff in other states, but I think I don't know. I guess Wisconsin is pretty open as far as our booze goes. We're pretty open about saying we want it and we'll go get it whenever we feel like, because
we're still all ass backwards compared to some European countries and Japan, where you could just walk up to a vending machine, get some liquor, go drink in a park like an adult.
Well, but Patty, like the problem in Wisconsin though is the Tavern League is so strong that we have weird laws that aren't based on like puritanical stuff. They're just based on, we don't want you to buy your own liquor at liquor store prices. We want you to go to a bar and get upcharged for it.
Yeah, that's true too.
So like
protectionist stuff.
Yeah. So like, I mean, but that's what it is, because we come from, with a big German beer hall tradition here. They always had a big political influence.
Yeah, quite a bit. I wish there was actually more big beer halls throughout the state compared to what you guys have down there. You guys have some pretty nice ones, but
yeah, every park has a beer garden in Milwaukee.
Yeah, not all of that survived throughout Wisconsin, and I always thought that was neat. I like a big area where you can go hang out with everybody. Oh shit, we lost Arthur.
Yeah. He was fiddling with his mic before. I don't know if he was having issues or not.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. That happens. But if you want to get back in, Arthur, hop back in. I'll put that back up for anyone else who wants to hop in for a little bit too. But yeah, that's not bad. And we're about half halfway through because we don't want to eat up the whole night on everybody. So I think I'm pondering. I think it's time for someone else to spin the wheel.
We chant spin the wheel.
I didn't get that involved in it. I mean, I guess I could have. I could have gotten the wheel of, the Wheel of Fortune thing going on where you get to spin the big wheel.
I was curious how you were going to do this. I didn't know if there was like one of those bingo wheel things, some balls you're pulling out, or how you're going to.
I'm disappointed there is not an actual spinning thing with address. Just sort of like.
Hey, that's the 1,000 subscribers. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll see if we can rent out the Price is Right set.
Yeah, there you go.
And just spin, bring someone on, have someone standing there like this.
Where the hell are the Price is Right girls, man?
Yeah.
There's Price is Right guys now too. There's not just girls. It's like this whole equality thing.
That's my calling right there. I was put on this earth for.
I'm just thinking, just have some lumberjacks, but dressed in high heels and visible panties.
They've got to be wearing kilts and all with perfect beards.
There you go.
which would be fair, I think.
Leather kilt. Tons of.
There you go.
All right. There's so many damn little things to switch over to on here, but yeah.
So just so you all know, he's not actually spinning the wheel. He's already picked who was winning.
Yeah.
And this is just all acting. He's fantastic.
Hey, I did not do all of that. I didn't waste all my time doing it the other way. I could have cheated like that. That would have been easy.
It takes more work to cheat.
No, it doesn't. Cheating is just like, here's 3 names. I wrote them down on a piece of paper. Fucking there you go.
And the winners are Patty, Mike Lizek, and
yeah, hey, you get to you get what I was going to send you anyways. All right.
If Vito's name comes in, which Vito gets it?
Oh,
I think I count as like 3 vetoes, so you have to spin again, and like 3/4 of it, there's a 3/4 chance I get it. He gets a 1/4 chance. I think that's how it works.
I was going to say that this veto is here, so so there's some way to that. 28.
It's in the rules. All vetoes must be present to win.
Yeah.
We just changed the cast.
You must be this tall to win the drawing.
Hey, that would keep me out of it too. Some fucking times, I don't know. You can't use those rules.
You must have this much hair in order.
Exactly. There you go.
Ben's wearing a hat. He's not going to take it off.
That's because he knows how to whiskey, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his 30-year-old's costume. What are you going on about?
I feel like only Irish grandfathers are allowed to wear flat caps. Irish or African American grandfathers. So you got to be one or the other. No one else is allowed.
How far away are you having from grandkids, Ben?
Too long away, but I do have Irish ancestry, so that's for certain.
All right, so who Ben or Mike? Which one of you wants to send out this next set?
I'll go.
All right, I'm gonna have to find who it is because it's a YouTube subscriber. Lila, Lilah. I don't know anything more about her, but we'll have to find out who that is.
Okay. All right, so they have a Driftless Glen first marriage of 2 rye whiskeys, which we did on the show. The Wilderness Trail I was drinking earlier, single barrel cast strength. Union Horse Rolling Standard Batch 1 from here in Kansas City. The normal proof. And the other one is a Kansas City one, a single barrel pick of Ezra Brooks from the Kansas City Bourbon and Whiskey Club.
I think that I'd be intrigued by that one. That one, I like Ezra Brooks for like the price around here was like $35-$40.
Yeah.
And for cask strength, I thought that was.
I'll add that to the list of other
barrel
samples
picks.
to send out.
All right, hey guys, I'm gonna have to shoot because employment, work, and chores and stuff.
Watch out for the echidnas.
Oh no, they're cute. They're all right. They can cute slowly, not fast. It's all good. Congratulations on your 100, and yeah, probably be end of year for the 1,000. Just keep that up, and you guys have a great one.
Awesome. You have a good rest of the night, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks. Or day. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Have several drinks for me.
I think we can handle that.
Yeah, that might happen.
See you.
Okay, I do want to draw attention to something Nathan Clark said in the chat about Glenn Cairns. Does that bother anybody else? How everyone says Glenn Karen, not Glenn Cairn?
Yeah, that bothers the hell out of me. I that video on Facebook about it.
Like, I don't want to be a dick and correct people because, like, that's just rude. But I'm like, Glenn Cairn, Glenn Cairn.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm gonna
glass.
tell you, it sounds like the same. You guys sound like you're saying the same thing right now.
So do I have to speak with like the manager or something? I mean,
Glenn Cairn, the host, might make his appearance if you guys keep talking like that. So he's been on sabbatical ever since he had a little issue. He had a bit too much to drink one night when I was talking to him, and he has this huge urge to want to like take over the yeast industry so he can control the whiskey. It's just really weird, and we had to like lay him off for a bit. He's getting way too excited, but he might be making a comeback. I mean, rumor has it we might be doing a trivia night. He might make his comeback for that, but he has to pass the drug test.
Cocaine, it's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Oscar Madison had a great comment just now. Speaking of, we after the day after Distill America, we had a beer event at Ray's, and so for like an event, it was a parking lot party, and it was a super nice day, so we had a ton of people show up. But for like events like that, you have one license for the event, which is an on-premise license. You can drink there. And then there's a off-premise license for the store. Like anything you buy in the store, you can't drink at the event. Two separate licenses, right? Which is a little
paper bag.
Yeah, exactly. But like the rule is that's a rule. So like if we break that rule, we lose our license. But we had a lot of people come in and like try to sneak stuff out to drink out there, which is like, I'm not going to get that mad at you as long as you're not a dick about it. But one woman came in and is like, there are no gluten-free options out there for me to drink. You need to let me buy a cider and drink it out there. I was like, no, there's two separate licenses. All right. There's one in here, one out there. You are not being sympathetic to my celiac disease, and you need to let me buy this cider and drink it out there. I'm a friend of the managers. And I was like, you came to a beer event, lady. Like, if you have celiac disease, why'd you come up here?
Are you staying for our bread tasting later?
Exactly.
We have some pretzels in back if you'd like some.
Yeah, we're gonna throw Cheerios at you if you don't shut up.
So bringing Chad in. Chad Patient was on the stream when he lived in Green Bay, and then he willingly moved to Atlanta or close to Atlanta, which is fine. It's fine, but that's why you don't see him on quite as much anymore. But I'm happy to have you stop in. And you willing to throw Cheerios at this lady?
Yes, absolutely. coming to any event and complaining about not having gluten-free options, you deserve having many things thrown at you in life. That's just me.
But it does go back to the silliness of liquor licensing laws. So
They just didn't want everyone drunk in the park here. And that's kind of. But we also have the goofy thing where, hey, if you put this in this paper bag, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. That one's never made any sense to me. That it's like, well, we've got to put this in this bag so that people don't know that you came out of a liquor store with liquor.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I just prefer you be able to drink it wherever. But then again, there'd be some people that would be, I don't know. Some people aren't okay with you just pounding a bottle of booze in the park, so.
I'm just waiting for when they make paper bags for methamphetamine. I'm gonna have a field day. Daddy needs his tank chocolate.
So now we're a few drinks in. Oh, Arthur, you're back. I'm sorry we lost you before. If you want to hop back in. We know what he's drinking because he taunted us with his releases. Has anyone switched over to anything new? Because I'm just about done with mine, and I got to pick my new one here.
Yeah, I just went to some Ranger Creek Rye.
There you are.
So you are drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
He's opened up.
That's usually what happens after that first drink.
I went over and tried a little bit of this one. Thank you, Mike.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's
better than normal Jameson's.
It's better than, and it might be better than the other cask makes versions. In fact, because that red ale gives it a little bit more like fruity sweet. So yeah.
I switched over to the Sagamore cask strength rye.
I'm slightly bragging about that earlier.
It's I'm well below the shoulder now, so
There you go.
But it's pretty delicious.
Chad, what are you drinking?
The Connemara Peated Irish.
Yay!
Nice. That's not bad at all. So we brought Arthur back.
Here's Mr. Balcones.
Welcome back.
Hold on for a second
Yeah,
here.
phone died on me.
You guys talk. I
guess doing this live streaming thing doesn't like that one bit, so I dropped it down to 80 under 10% like that.
That happens. We'll get it figured out, Arthur. It's all bits and pieces. At least this is better than when they got rid of Hangouts and I was trying to figure out OBS Studios. That was a fucking disaster. I hated that.
That was a dark day when everyone had to scramble to figure out what the hell to do.
I was like, and I finally started learning it, and I was like, oh, I think I got it, but I'm like, I felt like I was actually putting on a goddamn TV show, and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. I just want to have people on here to talk. I don't want to have to hit like a million different buttons and have screen setups. So thank God for StreamYard. And I remember that when you first found it, Ed, like, I was like, oh, that's awesome, because I was like on your stream, like, this is great. And at the same time I got done, I'm like, fucking wasted 2 months learning this stupid shit. And I'm like, and here I'm just gonna throw it in the trash. Like the next day, I was like, nope, deleted, gone, right off my computer. I'm like, the hell with that thing. That was terrible.
Google never stops, with the stuff that they start. I mean, come on, they never give up on things.
Nope, certainly not.
So how's the South treating you, Chad? You moved near to Atlanta. Has that been a bit of a shock for you?
Not too much. I lived down here once before, so it hasn't been too bad. I think I'm still missing the Midwest though, but I don't mind it down here.
Yeah, summer's a month. But
yeah, pretty much. But I lived down in several years ago. I lived down in Houston, so it was worse there than it was even here. So it's only been about a year that I've been here, so it hasn't been too bad. Haven't quite found my whiskey niche yet, though. But
yeah. You guys get some things over there in Georgia we don't get here in South Carolina, so it's interesting, the whole allocation deal. But
yeah,
if I want to hunt Stag Junior or like the Four Roses, small batch select, I got to go across the border because you're not going to find it over here hardly.
Mm.
Yeah, that whole thing is crazy as far as what, yeah, I'm still fairly new in this and what you can get some places and can't others, and simply go across the state line and then magically it's there and you're like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
That really makes me feel like on state lines, I would have a store that like crossed both of the lines. You know, like right down the middle, and like there was a gap and like a little walkover, and on one side it was the state, and
but I can't hear Patrick for some reason.
oh, can everyone else hear me?
Yeah.
I
I
can
can be good. I'm having a hard time hearing Arthur. He's coming in real quiet.
Well, then there's still just issues. I'm sorry, Arthur. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I would have.
Oh,
I would definitely have the two liquor stores, one on each side of the state line, with just like a little walkover between them. Like, go pick it up either side and just drive home. Because I would think that. I feel like that's $1 million idea.
except for the taxes between the two of them. Right. There's a big chain here it's kind of like a local version of Total Wine, just because they're a really large chain here. But there's one store on the Missouri side, and I'm like 6 blocks from the state line, which is also stupid. But there's one on the Missouri side, and then just a few miles away, there's one on the Kansas side. And there could be $15 to $20 difference between bottles, either direction, of the same thing. From it's like this one's 15 more, this one's 15 less, and it makes 0 sense whatsoever.
See, when you start talking state lines, I get all lost because the president says you live in Kansas.
The Chiefs are in Kansas.
So I don't know. Yeah, the Chiefs are in Kansas, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, is it no idea. In Missouri though? I thought that's how that worked.
Yeah, it's dumb.
The funny thing is, for us here in Wisconsin, like even within the state, distribution is really weird because if you drive just over to Madison, you can get way more Buffalo Trace products than you can on the eastern side of Madison. Yeah. Like all our distribution goes to on-premise licensees over here on the east side. So all the rare stuff gets bought up before you even see it on a shelf.
Yeah, I remember kind of seeing that when I was in Wisconsin. The distribution was a little bit, it was interesting within the state as far as how it worked. I would have liked to have had that idea, Patrick, when Minnesota still had, that it didn't serve alcohol on Sundays. That would have been a great one to have right on the line, there right by Minneapolis to, have that state line liquor store.
I don't like it when you can't get stuff on a Sunday. That's just like it's one of your days off, man. Like it's your day off. It's usually football day. You know, if you're gonna watch it, or a sports day where you're watching something and you're just like, oh no,
Jesus doesn't want you drinking.
Yeah, not on you in church. Not on Sunday, but you can go have his wine.
I was just gonna say, unless you're Catholic, then of course it's one of the sacraments. But hey.
Yes, a blessed bottle of Franzia.
I'm gonna bring Jeffrey on, but I'm gonna get back on that because I do remember when I was younger that there was a few priests that poured heavy and had their drink like before everyone else.
Oh yeah,
this is one's for everyone to sip on. This one's for me. And then he's like, woof, and I'm like, holy cow.
Pulling a flask out of behind his vestments.
Well, actually, the rule is the priest has to either finish it off or he has to put it in a special pipe that goes directly to the ground. So most priests knock it back rather than pouring it out.
I'll take this on a Protestant spin real quick. I'm in the Bible Belt here of the South. And so, your good old Baptists, if you're not meeting at 11 o'clock on Sunday, there's a real problem. But then you challenge them as to why do we meet at 11 o'clock on Sunday? Because Martin Luther was too drunk on Sunday morning, so he put the meeting times from 8 o'clock Mass to 11 o'clock so he could, recover from his hangover in time. So.
Is that in the original text?
I think so.
Second Hesitations, Chapter 3.
And Jeffrey Patron, it's good to have you on, popping in. Appreciate that. How are you doing tonight?
Solid.
Solid. What are you drinking in your glass?
I was drinking this earlier, and I might have another pour of it.
Oh.
The ye old pornography.
I know that's intentional, but it does. Does it just sound like it should be on Pornhub?
You know, Cornhub.
What's
Let me
that?
butter up that
Just big, voluptuous kernels.
If you get me too excited, I'm gonna sour cream in my pants.
I think I'm going to go with JTS Browns, though.
Nice.
You know what, I saw another tonight it was on another Facebook group. Somebody shared a label from the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, and it was a top note of Covfefe. Like, oh my God.
Cockle warming.
Hold on a second. Oscar's talking about Nevada liquor laws here. Nothing says issue like warning. Walking out of a bar at 6 a.m. to harass joggers.
I mean, those joggers.
Well, they kind of got. Well, they had it coming. You know, what were they doing jogging past the bar at 6 a.m.?
What are they doing jogging, period? If
Yeah,
they're not jogging at 6 a.m. Jogging, period. Come on.
Yeah.
But Jeffrey, on your channel, you've been doing something that I kind of dig. You've been doing a whole series on like actual drinks. Where I don't know, when I first started jumping into whiskey, I kind of almost stopped looking at drinks for a bit. So I've been kind of enjoying that, where you're kind of pulling up a couple different drink styles and different drinks I hadn't heard of. So
Yeah.
I'm digging that series.
Thank you. I normally didn't really drink much cocktails, so it's an intentional. I don't know cocktails that well, so why not just start making them even if I've never heard of them or had them before?
Wasn't today's
There's got to be better uses for vodka.
Wasn't it the Carlos Sultana?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That is so great. I love it so much.
I didn't come up with I don't know how that's spelled because I've just seen the clip, and the clip is just absurd.
But hey, I it's however you spell it is how it's going down in history. So.
Exactly.
And I just had some of this Armagnac because I've never had it before. It's a 23-year-old. It is really unique.
It's pretty damn good, isn't it?
It's totally like, I don't want to say left field, but like the second half of it is like weird and bright and has got a note I can't peg right now.
It's just the viscosity of it. So I like it. It sits on your tongue for a second and then it dissolves.
Yeah.
So it just kind of rolls it almost like a solid, like mercury. It just kind of rolls around for a second and then it just kind of dissolves out. It's so
As you're
good.
slowly being poisoned to death.
That's a good way to go.
Yeah. That's the good shit.
Yeah, that is true. That is a really, really weird thing going on. Like,
You guys got to try the Calvados, man. If you haven't tried that yet.
I looked at a couple places last night after you took a picture. It's like, oh, can't find it yet, but I'll keep looking.
Yeah, Patron, I've loved your series though. Yeah, sometimes just literally kind of the half-assed way you approach mixing the cocktails.
I like how badly you're doing it, Jeffrey.
I've got to work with, so what the hell? Let's just do it.
I love how you put the least modicum of effort possible into it.
You get more out of nothing than anybody who's ever watched before.
Right. Everybody watching tonight, man, if you haven't checked out Patron's channel, you need to do it because, in my opinion, he's like the Andy Warhol of whiskey YouTubers. His whole approach, it's a total sensory.
And here's a 6-hour film of just bulb deep. That truly would be the Andy Warhol move.
I'm glad that's all in our collective consciousness at this point. That is so great.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think. I think every.
congratulations.
Oh yeah,
100.
thanks. We appreciate that.
So close to 110. Almost pulled out the Portiskeeg 110, but not quite there.
If we did it right, we were gonna do the Wild Turkey 101, but
Mm.
we just weren't on the right day, and then I don't know. I didn't have it, and I didn't feel like going out and buying it that day. So.
Well, and there's no. Well, now the number is 109, so they have to find something that's 109 proof. That might be kind of hard.
Let's see here. After this whole bulb deep incident, I almost feel like something good should be bulb deeped.
I just want to know if that Armagnac is smooth.
It's smooth. Yes, it's smooth, but like at second
Smoother.
half, like it's like almost like once the air hits your tongue and it's in there afterwards, it's like it's all light, and I can't pick like it's like almost a mint. I don't know. I can't pick the flavor, but there's something going on at the end that's like a light spice note, but I can't peg it. And it's not like really peppery. It's almost like a, I don't know, a spearmint or something. I don't know. It's, I'm off.
It's pretty good with the cigar too.
I'll have to get on it. I haven't been on the whole cigar kick. Are you guys all cigar people?
Mm-mm.
I got it, man. My asthmatic ass can't suck down anything but air.
When I do my little whiskey hullabaloos, sometimes, most of the time, I like to end it by just putting out a thing of cigars for everyone. But that's really only when I smoke cigars.
You
That's
got
fair.
two cigars right now, Jeffrey?
What?
You got any go-to cigars right now? What's your favorites?
Whatever ones that I have. That's kind of...
What's your go-to? Whatever's in my cabinet at the time.
Whatever's in the humidor.
Whatever's closest. I got to get something else to toast you guys off with, so I'll be right back.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
and, I'll see if I can get on the kick, Oscar. I don't know. I used to smoke other things, so I wasn't a big cigar fan in the midst of a chunk of my life. But I guess I can give it a whirl. But
Go
we'll
Green
see.
Bay Packers.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. All right, I'm switching over to the Glenfiddich that Ben was talking about, the Age of Discovery, and yeah, the nose alone on this already is more up my alley than the Glenmorangie. Like this is.
Glenmorangie is nice and pretty. The Glenfiddich just, that's the one you want to take home.
Yeah, it seems way more finished off. You know, just the oak doesn't come across so much in the Glenmorangie.
Yeah.
And this seems like it's something you should be drinking in a nice bar that's got all like leather seats and everything around it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a nice Irish bar, and this should be in it. Because there's not many Scotch bars that are out there. You'd think there is, but there's not. I haven't found any.
At least not in this country.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
There's a couple in the
Twin
Caledonian.
Cities state, like the state me and Patty are in right now.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good ones in the Twin Cities. Pretty good ones.
That's the one thing I wanted to do in Green Bay at one point was they have oh my god, I can't remember the one bar. The
Prohibition?
No. Prohibition's here, but the Main Street Bourbon Room is
Yeah.
really filled up with, the name says, bourbon, like 150, 175 different bourbons. Oh, you son of a bitch, Ben. If you don't know, that's like quietly one of my secret favorite single malts, and it's American, and it tastes like a goddamn bear claw with frosting and apples, and it's too damn delicious, is what that one is.
Yeah.
But they had
Just taunting you. Just taunting you.
You're like Arthur.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they had the main.
I'm just waiting for him to go, yes, I know it tastes like a bear claw and it's goddamn delicious.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna just take one out from the corner over here, like, and then, like put it down, like at the same time. I'm like, oh, now you have a bear claw too. That's a double F you, Ben.
Do you like this? You can't buy it.
Well, yeah. So I figured the one place in town had the bourbon finished section at their place. I was like, well, shouldn't I open like the Scotch Sanctuary and be like, this is where everyone should come for Scotch? And I'm like, so you got your two places that are reasonable, because there are a couple other places that are in town that are not. What was the one we have? The Kohler Lodge has a lounge up top, but I forget the name of it. I forget what the name is because I went there and everything was ridiculously priced. Like, I still got something I hadn't had. I think it was like a 25-year-old Lafroig, but I was trying to explain to Sherry that I'm like, well, I just paid a third to half of the bottle, and we should have just gone down to the liquor store, and I could have gotten the whole thing, and everyone could have enjoyed it for the whole weekend. So
Exactly.
I don't like places that do that. So now you're taunting me with now everyone's throwing shit out there.
Just
That's
evil.
nice.
Evil.
Evil. That's right. Okay, we have, before we go, I'm going to say a minute or two, just because we have to do our last spin the wheel. This is what Ben is going to be sending out to some. You know what? This way, with 6 people, it stays right in the middle. Not too bad.
Nice.
There you are.
I kind of like that one.
Nice.
Ben's going to send 6 Rua samples to somebody just to piss you off.
And Patty wins. All right.
I'm not going to win. I promise not to win. And then if we feel like it at the end of the night, maybe we'll spin the wheel with the 8 or 9 people that are actually in the chat. Maybe I'll send out a second one here. But 78. Oh, you're on the wrong page. Okay. Ben, you're sending it to Shane Harkey, winner number 3. We'll get people addresses and everything after this, but yeah, before we go, maybe we'll take a list of the 7-8 names that are in the chat. Maybe I'll drop it down to we'll drop one. I'll send out one more set of samples. Sims is going to be pissed he's not here now. He was trying to lobby for getting 2 or 3 names in. Like before we started, he's like, "What if I enter all my Facebook aliases?" I'm like, "Well, Ben's like, you got 4 minutes." I'm like, "Well, you got to like and subscribe, Sims, on all of them."
You know what?
But
Shane, if you watch this, if you see this, get in touch. And what I want to do is discuss with you what have you experienced in whiskey before, and then I'll figure out what samples to send you. So I want to challenge you with something different that you haven't tried. So
okay, well, that's probably a good idea. But I was pouring samples out earlier today, so that just they came out. That's what happened.
Yeah,
but not these ones. Maybe the chat here, the people in the chat. What do we got? Eli, Oscar, Ben. You don't count. Patrick, Arthur. You're already in it. You already get whiskey from him. You can't get like this. You can't double up.
Whiskey, man.
I got 10 of them here for you, so you can't have any more. That's the rule. They start getting suspect when you get 15 in a package. But I don't know. Let's see here.
Whiskeytuber life, man. I could probably sip on samples for the next 6 months.
I know. Yeah.
That was the only nice thing. I'm like, I still feel obligated to get bottles. There is a point here where it's going to be like, you know what? I have to play catch up.
Yeah.
Just catch up on everyone's stuff and kind of knock it out. So maybe April we'll start buying.
I've declared Sundays some sample kill Sunday. It's kind of my little Twitter hashtag because committed that day to trying to kill samples because I've just got so many.
All right, here. You guys talk about something. I gotta write down some names here so I can make this work.
The sample kills have been very entertaining to watch, Ben.
I'm sure. Patrol, my one loyal follower on Twitter.
I'm not very active on Twitter. I should just give that thing to you, Ben. Like it's. I should.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. By the time I get done with Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, I'm like sick of posting shit. Like,
see, that's the key. Everybody else is on Instagram. The hell with that, man. I had Facebook and I had Twitter, and then everybody shifted to Instagram. I'm like, nah, I've got those two. That's all I can manage. So
Sticking with what works.
Especially Twitter. Twitter is a cesspool.
Twitter is a cesspool.
And I will bathe in that. I will bathe in that cess.
Ed, how's that Patreon coming along? How's that whole experience been for you, kicking that off?
Oh, the Patreon. Yeah, that's been great. And especially because we are tiny, minuscule, micro channel. We've still had some pretty good engagement, and I do need to we've got our first. Well, we had a Patreon exclusive video that wasn't really a thing. We've got our first proper Patreon exclusive video coming out soon. If not this week, I think it'll be Monday. And it's really not that much more work than I was already doing. And it's kind of fun because I think of it as like having a little brain trust. It's the people who are most interested in your shit, right? Because they're willing to pay for it. So it's kind of fun just like having that. Like, it's a fun idea just to have the people who are most interested in your stuff, who are willing to literally invest in it. And then you can interact with them directly. I like that, especially because I get threatened a lot less on there, and there's a lot less Nazis trying to come on my channel. So that's pretty great.
Wait,
Nazis do suck.
forgive the pun, but I did not see that coming.
Ah!
there are Nazis that try to get on your show, Ed.
Oh, we've had trouble with that for a little while. It's subsided recently, but there was a string there where I was trying to delete comments before Erica could see them, and they've gotten smart about getting around YouTube's algorithm. They'll have symbols that are associated with the white supremacist movement, but aren't like the really well-known ones in their like picture, or some shit like that. Yeah, they're some wily motherfuckers.
So you're legit talking serious like Nazi type people, not just
no.
See, I thought we were discussing stuff like Ben's whiskey Nazi story from when he was in Germany.
Like meat Nazis.
Meat
like
George
Nazis. Lincoln Rockwell Lover 69.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there are because you'll see like a guy with an iron cross, but it's like with a green background rather than a red background or some shit like that. Like they find ways
because he recycles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they find ways to get around the YouTube moderators. So
that's bullshit.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're bastards. Fuck Nazis. Anyway,
that's fair. I think we can all agree to that one. How about
what a controversial take?
Fuck Nazis.
Fuck Nazis.
Fuck Nazis.
I'm not sure about that. The fucking the Nazis. JTS Brown, bottled and bombed before 25.
There you go.
Ooh, good call.
Oh,
tomorrow is Bottled and Bond Day.
Ooh,
the anniversary of the Bottled and Bond Act.
Nice.
Now that's another reason for me to drink again. I love all these drinking holidays I didn't know about. It's really starting to kick in. I dig it. So, let's see here. Hold on 1 second, and I will be right back. I'm going to pop myself out, and I'll be back in 1 second. I just need to grab, you know what, a 6-sided dice works perfect for whoever is left in the chat. I know we're seeing 9 but I'm only counting like 5, 6 of you in the chat. So if you're still around, pull your name up, and when I get back, we'll send out another sample to whoever's in the chat left right now. So I'll be right back in a second.
Yeah, you should sound off really quick so that we know you're here. Otherwise, you can't win shit.
So this is a Peerless, a humidor. It's a Peerless single barrel called the Humidor.
How was it? Did you try the Lafroig and JTS Brown yet?
I smelt it, and I was getting a little bit of like this kind of smoky orangeness. And this Peerless, the tasting note, just the 3 little and brief notes they give are sweet smoke, orange zest, tobacco, and cacao. So I thought that would go with what I was smelling, and add a bit of rye into the equation. You do have rye, but more rye.
All the rye.
So dang it! Seriously, I thought you're talking like these Nazi guys. I figured it was like a Tyler Boone.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to ask you for that one that time.
I'm talking real racists. Yeah.
You need a picture of like Richard Spencer getting punched in the background. All these guys.
Yeah.
Golly dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. We had like 2 or 3 guys pop up in subsequent videos in a row. And it was right after Erica started coming on streams with me, which really pissed me off. So yeah, that
would be frustrating.
Yeah. It was not a great time for me. But it's like I say, either they've gotten blocked enough by enough channels that they've gotten kicked off the platform at this point, or I don't know what. But we haven't seen them recently, and I'm glad they're gone.
Good deal.
That's cool. All right, I'm going down the list, and let's see here. It looks like Nathan is the winner at this point, and I'll be sending Nathan Clark out a different set of samples here as well. I don't know what you're getting yet, Nathan. Maybe we'll do the Benjamin thing where we actually ask you what you want. But yeah, I'll
send them all the Texas whiskey you have.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I have some Iron Root, and I have some Ranger Creek, and I have what? How much of that would you like?
Yeah, 5 bottles of Batch 1 TX whiskey.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't a fan of TX whiskey.
Well, let me throw a twist in here. Since he's in the chat and he's the winner here, what if all 3 of us go in and make him like a grand winner and send him samples from all 3 of us? Would you all be down?
I think I could handle that.
We can do that.
I'm already doing it, so I don't give a shit. That's on YouTube.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, so we'll do that, and maybe the next big stream we have, maybe we'll do that. Maybe like we kind of this, like maybe a set of 3 samples to people who aren't here, and like a grand prize winner, like we're doing, like Nathan is this evening. So that's cool. But we are getting over that hour mark, and I don't like to hassle people when eating up your evenings. And I'm going to get back to my Glenfiddich all by myself here.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
So nice. It's bringing me to a nice little place. It's very subtle. But I want to thank Jeff. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. And coming on right away when we first started doing stuff. Appreciate that. Him and Chad were both on one of those fucking stupid streams where I was trying to learn OBS Studios, where it was like Reverb Nation, and I had to fucking kill it like a couple minutes in. I didn't have the bid rate down for what it was supposed to be. So I think that you were there for my biggest disaster. So thank you.
Anytime. I'll whenever your next disaster you're planning it, I'll be there.
Okay.
If whiskey's involved, I'm up for any disaster.
It makes it easier. And Ed, thank you for stopping in. I
Hey,
appreciate
always
you.
happy to stop by.
I do.
Yeah.
It's someday we'll have to get those people on Cast Strength and do another a D&D stream or
Yeah, actually, we should talk about that, but we can discuss that later. I'm going to stay mysterious for the moment. Yeah.
I like that. And Mike and Ben, thanks for stopping out as always now and joining the channel. I appreciate you stopping in every night and having some few drinks. Cheers to everyone in the chat. Asker, Eli, Nathan, Patrick Fomer, if you're still there. Ice House, you're in there. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping out. We appreciate you stopping in. What the fuck am I doing? Next week is Iron Root Week, damn it. Iron Root Week is next week. So we're having Robert on the 9th.
Sweet.
He's going to be on the 9th. Then we're going to be dropping little reviews of the stuff they're doing. And then on the 15th, we're going to have Josh and Gretchen on to go over what it's like to be, a sales rep or a brand ambassador, since they've recently started doing that over the last year or so. And I'm intrigued for what they're going to have to say about that. But I also thought that whatever distillery got them was going to be kind of lucky, because they were really they were really for a long time the ambassadors of Texas whiskey. Like when I first started kind of watching the Whiskey Tribe and other stuff getting into, they were the ones that were pumping it almost heavier than Daniel and Rex, and doing it a little smoother too.
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
But no, so I thought they would be at Balcones, but I mean they ended up at Iron Root and doing a good job. But it's always neat to kind of get behind the scenes of someone who's on the other side of a tape at events, see what they're thinking. Maybe they have a process that they go through. So that's going to be on the 15th. Then on the 23rd, we're going to have Dominic DeSanto on. A couple of you guys out there have heard us talk about Somel or Domelos. He's going to be on that night. We're going to talk talk about honey spirits, basically, where he gets his honey from, how it's distilled, made into a liquor, and more importantly, the Royal Reserve that's aged in bourbon barrels for 6 months, or the new batch is actually a 10-month that it's in there. And I don't know if we're able to talk about the other one, but that might be something with the Green Goddess. We might poke him on the Green Goddess to find out how far away that is from working its way out into production, because that was tasty. I'm sorry, I thought that was actually I liked that one.
It was good.
So
the taste was good.
Yeah,
the taste was good. The nose was confusing.
Yeah,
it was, but
troublesome.
Troublesome.
Sounds like a good name for a whiskey. Troublesome.
That actually is. That would be like a cast strength version of something I did would be troublesome.
Yes.
See, now we just need to have a collective where we start our own distillery.
Hey, if you've got the money, man, I'm all over that.
Yeah, I need to come up with that myself.
That's always the problem, the money.
I was really hoping someone here was going to volunteer. Like, hey, you know what? I have some cash. My uncle died, and I have some stuff left over.
Just sitting around,
Have you considered the time-old tradition of politely asking a bank to give you all of their money?
You mean with a handgun and a ski mask?
I mean, maybe just like a note.
I know.
It's like, please, I really want your money.
There is no better way to get shot by the cops than going into a bank with a note.
I'd like to withdraw money from my account.
Yeah, and everybody else's while I'm here.
But sir, why did you do it in a ski mask? It was cold out. Come on, it's Wisconsin in winter. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it was 10 degrees outside. That's why I had the ski mask on.
My ears get cold. Come on.
All right. But I think that's a good point. We'll cut it. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you for stopping out tonight. And like I said, we're stopping over the next couple weeks. We got some actually interesting stuff going on. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Have a good night.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, wait. See? Not caught up to where I'm supposed to be. That's what happens when you're rambling.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3.